Well, g'day guys, and welcome to Talking Luft. I'm Mitch Stocker, and this podcast is being brought to you by Rapha. Rapha is famously known for their cycling apparel, but it really doesn't stop there. Rapha's lifestyle collection is built for a life in motion. Comfortable, functional, and versatile enough to flow through the city from dawn till dusk. Well, this week on Talking Luft, we have got the classics legend himself, the Dutchman, Niki Terpstra. Now, if you haven't heard of Niki Terpstra, he rode for 16 years professionally from Milram to QuickStep to Direct Energie. He retired last year in 2022, but he had a huge career. He was an absolute classics legend. He won Roubaix, Tour of Flanders, E3, 2 times Dwars of Vlaanderen. He finished second in Ghent-Wevelgem, the one that slipped away, but he was 3 times national champion, 2 times Olympian. A proper legend when it came to the one-day racing. He also rode about 15 Grand Tours as well, so he did everything. Niki was one of those guys that you just didn't know what he was going to do on a certain day. He would go up the road and you wouldn't see him again. He had some amazing victories throughout his career. One of our partners this year at Life in the Peloton has been AG1. Now, you've heard me talk about AG1 this year as something I use every day. It's a part of my daily routine. I'm wondering how many of you have actually gone out and tried it, because I would love to hear your feedback to see if you are really enjoying AG1 as much as I do. I really like it. Like I said, it's a simple routine that is really nice. It's the first thing I do when I get up each morning with the kids at around 6:30. I turn the coffee machine on, I grab my shaker, I grab my AG1, put a bit of water in it, shake it up, that's it. I've built a healthy daily habit in about 1 minute. It's really convenient, a daily, clean, green source of energy. And it tastes great too. AG1 is a foundation of daily health, and that's why I love it. It is complete enough to be an all-in-one supplement for me, which all goes into improving my overall health. It's more than just greens. It's a comprehensive blend of vitamins and minerals, probiotics and superfood complexes. It also helps provide digestive support, immunity support, metabolism, energy and stress support. It's just about for anyone, athletes, people like you and me, and everyone in between. It's also vegan, paleo, and keto friendly. If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, the Athletic Greens is giving you a 1 free year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Now go across to drinkag1.com/lifeinthepeloton. That's drinkag1.com/lifeinthepeloton and grab yourself some. Guys, I'm not going to hold you up anymore with this one. This is Niki Terpstra talking a bit of luft. All right, what a pleasure. I'm sitting back here with Niki Terpstra. Niki, we got to, I guess, race together. I don't know if we were really battling many times in the race because you were often at the front and I was trying to hang in the peloton. Mate, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
You're from Bergen in the Netherlands, which is...
Yes.
Is that how you pronounce it?
Bergen, yes.
I was almost there.
Yes, mountains.
It means the mountains. I can't believe that.
No, well, the highest mountain is like about 20 or 30 meters around our region, and it's in Bergen. So for the Dutch guys, it's pretty high mountain.
So if anyone's preparing for a grand tour, they're like, look, I'm going to go training in the mountains. I'm going to head up to Bergen.
Well, especially in the lower categories, if I had a race with some small hills, I went direction Bergen for to take this mountain like 10 times up and down. It's a real good training.
Yeah, perfect.
We don't have anything else. Yeah, big bridge maybe.
Unless you go right down the south, isn't it?
Yeah, of course, Limburg, where the Amstel Gold Race is. That's a pretty tough region. But we have a lot of wind. So if we have to train a big mountain, we just go 1 hour headwind, big gear.
It's the same
like climbing, almost.
But less interesting, I would think.
It is.
Yes.
Can be pretty boring.
Niki, you were 16 years pro on the road. Rode for teams like Milram, QuickStep, Direct Energie.
Yeah.
Amazing palmares. First in Paris-Roubaix, third twice. First in Flanders, second and third, 6 times in the top 10. First in E3, Dwars of Vlaanderen, you won that twice. You were a classics man. Are you missing the classics now?
Absolutely not.
No.
I mean, been there, done that. It was amazing to battle for the prizes and racing in the finals of the races I loved the most. But now when I see how tough the races are. Also behind, you don't see all the misery and all the crashes. And you had a nasty one over there, a couple of them. And I absolutely don't like that, and don't miss it, and don't miss the risk when you start that race. And actually, if I should miss something, it's battling for the prizes, and I'm not able to do that anymore. So no, I don't miss it.
It's funny. I didn't actually plan to talk to you about this, but it's something that I realized even in my own career, that when I started realizing the risk and when I started challenging myself to take risks. Earlier in my career, I didn't even know I was taking risks. I just needed to be in the corner, so I did it. Or I needed to be in the sprint, so I had to be there. But there was a transition where you started thinking about it and you had to force yourself. Did that happen to you, or did you start noticing yourself forcing yourself to try and be in position?
Well, if you had some bad crashes, you just have the feeling like, I don't want this anymore. I don't wanna crash. I'm not gonna take this risk. And then when you're in the race and you have to take that risk to get in front, to go towards the corner, that's important. At that moment, you realize, is it worth it now? I wait. I take another opportunity, but that opportunity is not coming. And then you're behind, and actually your race is over.
Yeah. I want to jump straight to Talking Luft now. This is a whole bunch of questions, and I think, you can tell me about your style. I think you had pretty good style on the bike, but we're going to see now. This is broken down into 5 topics: style and clothing, food, rituals, culture, and about you. And there's some questions underneath all of them. You ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's start with style and clothing. The first question is casquettes, capellinos, the mini cycling hats. How do you wear yours when you go on the podium? Do you wear it forwards with the peak up? Do you wear it backwards? Do you have a bit of luft under it?
Peak up, yeah.
And pull down on your head with a little bit of...
No, not completely. Not too many luft. I mean, I think if you put the peak down, then you need a lot of luft, like in the rain. I think he was the king. It was incredible. He could put the cap on his head like it didn't even fit, but still, if you was going downhill with 80 km an hour, it wouldn't blow off.
How?
It's amazing.
How is it possible?
I think he glued it or something.
All right, back in the day, if you could have raced, maybe, I don't know, did you? No, I don't think you did. If you could have raced back in the day without a helmet, what style would you have had? Headbands, one of those leather helmets?
Well, I know the leather ones are cool, but they don't make so many sense.
No. All right, hypothetically then, if you wanted to have it without, what would your style have been before helmets were invented?
I think in summer, just without anything.
Yeah.
Some gel in there.
Gel in there, nice. Slicked back.
Yeah.
All right, when you put your arm warmers on, do you put them over the sleeves or under?
Sometimes I did them over my sleeves, but it was purely functional.
I'm an over the sleeves man. I'm all about over.
I don't really like it.
Yeah, but it's functional, like you said. You can
especially with the aero sleeves you have now.
You couldn't get them out.
It took 5 minutes, and then if you have them over, it's functional. It's actually the same with leg warmers. Sometimes you start with leg warmers, and then you have to put them out after 30 minutes. It's a big hassle.
You put them over the top. Exactly.
It's more easy.
Gloves or no gloves?
I think it looks bad, but gloves, yeah, for sure. I race with gloves. Really thin one, but...
training?
Without.
But took the risk training without gloves?
Yeah.
What, to get the suntan?
Yeah, but in
Holland?
No. I don't like to wear gloves. When I race with them, I've got the really thin ones, no padding or anything, just for protection.
Right.
But I don't like the thick ones. It feels unnatural.
What, with all the gel and stuff in there?
No, I really don't like that. No.
Socks over or under the leg warmers?
Under. Well, 100%.
Nice.
Yeah. I know it's a generation thing, but fuck, it's like...
It's got to be under.
Don't put on your jeans and then your underwear. Come on.
Glasses over or under the helmet strap?
Over.
Well done. Race suit or Nixon jersey?
Race suit.
Always?
Always.
Really?
Functional. And I actually, for me, it's more comfortable in a race because the jersey is more tight, the pockets are more tight, and if you put stuff in your pockets, it doesn't go up and down, left and right. When you go out of the saddle, it fits and everything stays together where it should be, also in front.
And you're ready to race. You're ready to go on a solo attack, which you like to do. What about if, and I can't say when because now you're retired, you won the World Championships? What would you have done? White shorts, white gloves, Chippo style, white helmet, everything? Or what would your style have been? You embrace the stripes and go on everything?
I think it's depending of the years. I should have made that choice. But for sure, now I should go for the easy version. And for sure, black shorts. That's 90% sure. The whole career. But not too many crazy things. Of course, a lot of white, but not the stripes everywhere, like on the underwear, the socks. Just plain white on a lot of places, and in some places the stripes, just for the details, Not the colors everywhere.
You wouldn't do it?
No.
I'd have to embrace it. I'd be full Cipollini style, I think, on the side of the short.
Of course, it's a special thing.
Yeah.
That's what... But I think it depends on the year. I mean, the years of Cipollini, then I would go the same everywhere. Maybe I painted my hair, all the colors.
All right, let's move on to food. Rice or pasta?
Pasta.
Normal breakfast, or at the race, do you do like one of those pre-race breakfasts where you almost have dinner for breakfast, like rice and omelette and all this stuff? Or do you just do a normal breakfast where you get like cereal?
Normal. Normal, yeah.
Pannenkoeken and go from there?
Pannenkoeken, Nutella, that's a big secret for the classics, of course.
Favorite race food? So that one bit of food where you walked into the bus and you went, thank God the Swannies made this today. I love this. It's a nice little rice toucher, or I don't know.
Well, now I've got this apple cinnamon bars of Sub-Q, and it's like apple pie.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're so nice. I can race. I can do the whole year with the same power bar.
Do you eat them outside the race?
Yeah? No, really, they're like apple pie. I will give you something. They're so good.
When you go out training, are you a coffee stop guy, or do you just like to push on?
No. I like to push on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Never stopped.
I stop. I do. I mean...
but you like to just get it done, get home.
Check out the group is. Yeah. And especially when it's cold, I don't like it because your base layer is a bit wet, and then you get inside and you get nice and warm and cozy, and then you have to go outside again and put on the jacket that's a bit humid, and it's cold again, and you have to race for 20 minutes to get on temperature, the body on temperature. And then I think, why? I've got good coffee at home, or I just put on some good normal clothing, casual clothing, and then I go to the coffee bar, I've got my bars with me, I've got my bottles.
Just do it.
Let's do the training. And in summer it's different, but it's also the mentality, how you stop before you go to the training. If you know it before, prepared. But most of the time, I just say, let's go do the training and then
get home.
If we have time, we have a good lunch at home. Or
speaking about coffee, what coffee do you like to drink? Do you like to drink that Dutch style coffee, the filter coffee, or do you like cappuccinos in the morning, espressos? What's your coffee routine?
Double espressos.
Double espresso from the very first thing you wake up?
Yeah.
All day long? That's your...
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, no milk?
Nah, sometimes in the morning, cappuccino.
Nice.
I changed it a little bit the last years. I was a cappuccino guy in the morning, but overall, I variate a bit, but most of the time, double espresso.
Get it done. Yeah. All right. We've all been in those training routines where we've just gone, that's it. I have to lose weight. I can't eat this. I can't do that. But what is that one meal that you go, that's it. I've done Tour of Flanders today. I'm having my cheat meal. I don't care what you say. What's your cheat meal? What's that one thing you go to?
Tiramisu.
Tiramisu.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Especially in the Tirreno, that's the period where when you're on the focus.
Yeah.
But if this thing comes on the table,
that's it. You don't care.
You're just before dinner, you're in Italy, and then you're okay. Well, I skip the first part of dinner, and then I take a good tiramisu.
Good call, especially when you're in Italy.
Yeah.
All right. Next topic: rituals. Crosswinds or mountains?
Crosswinds. Of that, definitely.
Training or racing?
Well, that mentality changed a bit last year, and that's why I quit. But it always has been racing. But I like training. And,
it's a hard one, that. I know. It's really hard.
You asked me this 10 years ago, or 5 years ago. It was completely different.
Yeah. Best and worst roommate?
Well, the worst. I probably don't say on on here. The best, it's probably Ilio Keizer.
Right, wow.
Yeah.
Good one. Bus or car? Like when you get into the bus at the end of a stage and the DS, okay, there he goes, bus, straight onto it, he knows. Someone always gets roped into the car, don't they?
Yeah, it's always the same persons. They've got a point. I mean, they're earlier in the hotel.
But are they much earlier though?
But
not
it
really.
Depends, but not always.
Yeah.
And then I'm especially after the race, when you wake up, you've got a time schedule in the race. Yeah, tick, tack, tack, pop.
Yeah.
Everything is scheduled. Then you've got so many stress in the race itself. And then you come over the finish line. And sometimes the first thing that the sport director says, come on. If you hurry up with shower, you can take the car. But the mechanics are already loading the bike. So 5 minutes and you should be in the car. And then, come on, no way. Let me enjoy my recovery shake, and then I'm gonna take a good shower. And I was stressing all day. Now it's time to relax. Most of the time I take the bus, and then I've got everything with me, like a kitchen, probably a good couch or a bed.
Speaking of the bus, do you have your seat on the bus? Where is it? Do you like to be right at the front, in the middle, somewhere in the back with the showers?
It doesn't matter too much, but I like to have space for my legs and lay down. The possibility to lay down, especially for the transfers.
So down the back somewhere?
Well, depends on the bus. Some buses it was in front, but like in Toto, it was most of the time in the back. And I like to stretch my legs and put them up. I think that's important. And
Let's move.
I even think if a team bus is designed, they should think about it to put the legs up. Because if you do that every time, like in the stage race, every half an hour or hour, you're after the race in the bus, you can put the legs up. I think helps recovery. And I think it's more important than getting in the car with the knees in your neck, because you've got some spare wheels on the left and a mechanic on the right, you know.
That's why we don't go in there. We don't want to. Let's talk about culture. Favorite rider of all time?
No, that's a tough one to choose one. When I grew up, being a small cyclist, my idols were Michel and Cipollini.
Nice.
So a real classic man, and the other one really the man of style.
Nice one. Favorite rider right now in the peloton now?
Julia Alaphilippe.
Nice. Best moment in a race. So it could be the neutral zone where you're just thinking about the day ahead. It could be the first kilometre where everyone's attacking. Could be when you cross the line and you think, thank God the race is over. What is the best moment for you in a race?
You're talking about feed zone. I hate the feed zone. I think it's so stupid.
Well, that's the next question. Worst moment in the race.
Okay. So old-fashioned. It's so stupid. Like if you want to give feeding, I mean, the easiest is to go to the car. You've got everything with you. You can take your food or drinks whenever you want. Well, when you think that's the right moment, not when the organization thinks on a point on the map, like
all jammed into 1 kilometre or less.
Let's put them all together. Yeah. And after all the 200 riders can take a bag with 45 km an hour with food in it. It's so stupid.
Okay, so that's the worst moment. What's the best moment?
In general, I think the finish line.
Yeah. Even if it's a good day, it's great. If it's a bad day, it's great because you've got there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty simple, but it is. Sometimes the top of a big mountain, you know, if you're suffering, you're really counting down the kilometers are still 4K climbing or...
And you crest it.
You're counting down, tick, and oh, that's a steep part. And then you come on top and you know, okay, now get a good downhill, and
just
downhill is nice.
Yes,
not all of them. That's disappointing when the downhill is not a nice downhill. You know, you invested a lot and then you go down and this is it.
Or when they race downhill and then you're not relaxing. It's like I just raced uphill. Now I'm racing downhill. You know, you're getting dropped, and
most of the time I liked the downhills.
Okay,
not if it's straight and big packed. You know, then you know, okay. You realize if one of them one of those 200 guys, one mistake, we're down with 50 guys, But if it's nice corners, some hairpins, some nice fast corners, one line, that
is quite nice.
You see the snake come down. Yeah. That's cool.
What's the favourite kit of all time for you? That the cycling kit, the one team you looked at and you went, I used to love that kit. I wish I had that.
Passaportalo.
Oh my gosh, this is really popular for everyone. Yeah, nice one. It's a good kit. Yeah, good team too. Good roster. Good riders.
But the colours are cool and everything fits. The
DMT,
the helmet, the bike. It's all good, well established together, and that's most of the time important. Sometimes you have ugly colors, but if you fit everything together, like the team cars, the bottles, the helmets, if everything fits well together, still with ugly colors, you can make a nice team kit, I think.
Cobbles or gravel?
Cobbles. But for racing, I don't like to go training.
Yes.
But, I mean, sometimes we had team reckons for the classics. And then I said, come on, I did the outer Quaremont already this year, like 20 times.
Now we need to do another recon.
I go around it. I see you in the end. I go around. Now I've done, I can do it with my eyes closed,
Did you really go around?
So yeah, for sure.
What did they say?
Oh, no, they understand it.
Just with Direct Energie or with QuickStep?
Both of them.
Yeah. I love it.
I mean, to do the reckon is the most important thing is that
the flow of the climbs and
okay. Now we get this take down, that climb, and the road to it. I mean,
not the actual
the 2Ks
climb.
before the climb.
Yeah,
that's actually almost even more important. The other climbs we did it so many times.
So many. All right, about you, headphones or no headphones when you go riding?
When I go alone, I do headphones.
What do you listen to? Music or podcasts or what style?
A lot of times podcast.
Oh yeah.
Or just regular radio with it.
Oh, radio.
Yeah, with the news and stuff, not the music.
Just the news, just chipping along.
Yeah, Radio 1 in Holland, it's a lot of news. And
nice.
So, it keeps the time running. I know for safety, it's not the best option, of course, to race with headphones, but I mean, with the Garmin radar, when you connect it to your telephone, it even gives you a beep in your headphone. Yeah, and I think this is a good issue. So all the traffic that comes from behind, I hear it coming in my headphone, and what I see in front, I can see. So I'm a bit safe with that. I mean, it's not the best thing, but I have to get to time. Cycling is not the safest thing.
Reading books or watching Netflix when you're in the hotel or wherever you are? What do you like to do?
Read more books, but I do too much Netflix.
Yeah, nice. What's good on Netflix at the moment for you? What do you like? What should people watch? Maybe something Dutch.
But actually now I'm finishing Drive to Survive. Formula 1. Normally I watch it when the release is there. I watch it in a few days, but I spare it on the downloads for in the plane for this travel actually. So now I'm following that, and I want to see Luther, the new movie. But then on Disney I'm watching The Americans.
Oh, I don't know it.
It's so good to undercover spies in from Russia in the US.
Okay, nice. All right, well I'll put it down.
Yeah. But it was on Netflix years before. But I was halfway I think it's 7 seasons or something. And it was season 4 and then they cut it off.
And then would they put it back on now?
No, now on Disney.
Oh.
So I heard it was on Disney. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it again.
BWS, beer, wine or spirits? What's your poison? Choice of drink?
I go for wine.
Wine. Yeah. What sort of wine? Red wine, white wine? Doesn't matter.
I think Italian red wine.
Lovely. I like it. Good choice. CCC. Cake, cheese, or chocolate?
I like them all, man.
I thought you were in a cast, man. Order cast.
Yeah, for sure. I go for cheese.
Cheese.
Dutchie,
yeah, Dutchie.
But I'm into cars for sure. Yeah.
Favorite cross-training exercise? What's one thing you do that's not cycling?
Walking, but not like running, but more walking fast, like even 6 km an hour, not jogging. And then
like
with the dog, walk. And then and then like and just even can go for 1 hour, 6 km an hour with the dog. in the evening after dinner, and I think it's even good for the body, for cyclist.
It's good.
Not the day before the race, but in preparation of the season, and I did it a lot, and even on when you were for recovery when I had some injuries or so, I walked a lot. So that stuff I did too. Yeah.
This is war story. That one day, is it clicked in your mind that one day it's just like, this bloody day it's dropped at the back of the Giro, or it could have been another story. I don't know. One day, I'm sure you've got it.
Well, I think the most famous one is Gent-Wevelgem, 15.
The windy edition.
Yeah, it was crazy. And
tell me about it.
Well, I finished second. This is a race I feel like I lost, I would have liked to win that race, especially that edition. Maybe I had the legs. Paolini, he also had the legs and also played it smart. So a good winner in the end. But what a day it was. I was dropped after 3K. I was dropped.
From the peloton?
Yeah. And
in the beginning?
Yeah, because
it was headwind at the start, wasn't it?
Nah, it was a bit cross. And but the problem was the farmers were protesting on the road.
Oh,
yeah. So the road was narrow. It was still like they left space for like 2 meters. So the peloton was completely stretched up, and I was completely behind in the peloton because I thought, it's crosshead, nothing gonna happen. It's 260k, don't worry. And suddenly we didn't really start it yet, and the peloton slowed down. I think, what's happening? And I look in front and I see all the farmers protesting, and okay, are we gonna stop or not? But the first riders, they go 50 km an hour, and I was standing still. So we passed the farmers, and it was completely stretched out, and I was there behind with 20 guys, bam, 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 I think 5 echelons, and I was in the last echelon, like, oh no, I'm not gonna be dropped after this and out of the race, and with good legs. The classics are important. You're preparing the whole year for the classics, and you're already dropped after 3K. Oh. And I felt
were there some good riders back there, or just?
I remember Bradley Wiggins was there, but for the rest, it was just the people that are in the last echelon, the people that were in the last echelon. So, but the only thing you can do is stay calm and use everybody to ride along. And I just trusted on in front they cannot keep on racing. Probably the early breakaway will go, and hopefully as soon as possible, and then the peloton slows down, and you cannot do anything more than that. I saw the peloton in front getting bigger and slowing down.
So you're off the back for a while. How long?
Maybe 10k or something. But what can you do? Just keep the last echelon rolling, and it's important to use all the guys in that group. We got back in the peloton, but yeah, you know how many echelons there were, and I was all the time not in the first group, but fourth echelon, third echelon, I never was in the race really for the prizes, but I just kept pushing, and when I was finally in front, really from echelon 6 to echelon 1, flat tire here.
Oh no!
And I'm looking for it was on the Kassel. It's a small hill you come up a few times, and there was no Soigner with wheels, and I just took a wheel of another team. That's not normal, you know. The Soigner was really, he wanted to say no, but
what could he do?
I on that day, if he would have said no, I think I would have blown him away. You know, I was focused and I took another wheel, and I went on again and just keep pedaling, just keep racing, and. In the end, I had a great final. I made a good move to jump towards the first group, and racing for the victory. But then on the Camelberg, you remember all the tractors were horning.
They were.
I also remember that was cool. I mean, that was cool protesting. You know, it gave me goosebumps when I was racing there. That was a moment I never forget.
Did you finish with that wheel?
Almost, but the last 50k I had a flat tire again, and I changed bike because it was such horrible weather. If you take a fresh spare bike,
it's much faster.
Everything is clean, smooth, and the chain is well oiled. So, and probably because the car was behind me, it's even faster also. Yeah. So, but actually I did most of the race with that wheel.
Well, lastly, Niki, what is the best thing about riding a bike for you? Because you've ridden a bike for so long, you've raced it at the top end, you've ridden mountain bike, gravel bike, everything. Why do you love riding a bike?
I still think it's fascinating to see how many speed you can make with your own body. You don't have an engine, but you do it yourself and you can go fast. And that's the adrenaline rush I like about it. But the most important thing is the freedom. You can go everywhere with the bike.
Awesome, mate.
Thank you.
Well, he's a funny old Dutchie, isn't he, old Niki? But an absolute machine back in the day in the classics. What a great guy to have on Talking Luft. We have a couple more Talking Lufts coming this year, but next week will be our last Life in the Peloton episode. I've always traditionally run Life in the Peloton in the cycling calendar year, and as we're fast approaching the last races, that will be the last episode next year. But before we go, and as a bit of an intro to the winter season of cyclocross racing, we have the superstar himself, Mr. Sven Nys. He is going to be on next week's episode, so I can guarantee you do not want to miss that episode. We've got him, the legend Sven Nys. Big thanks to our partner Rafa, Will Jones at Red Bricks Media, and of course the Life in the Peloton team, Megan Spurlow. Guys, and until next week, thanks for tuning in. I can't wait. Sven Nys. Cheers. The music in this episode was composed by Pete Shelley. Cheers, mate.